We are back again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel again.
We are to the movement. We're replaceable. We contribute now and we're important now. When we're done, it's finished. Our term is finished. Our membership is finished. The new leaders are going to emerge. So you're saying Mbuyiseni Ndlozi has resigned from parliament. I got that when I was outside the country on holiday with my wife. When the SG sent it to me, I never had any.
But what's the on Mbuyiseni?
Yeah, so you can't ask me why did he resign, because I never had that discussion.
What was the backstory of him not being at the NPA? Just take us into your confidence.
But again, you're unfair to me. I told you I was inspecting the learner's license of my son. My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. Yesterday when he passed matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto. God, I'm going with you. And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do? And I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he doing? On this one, I don't know.
On this one, I think you're obfuscated because surely with the kind of organization you are running a tight ship. Let's be frank. You are not running a Mickey Mouse thing. This is a massive organization with 1 million members. Right? And it could be understandable if there was some just ordinary loose member who didn't pitch up for or who was not a delegate, right? But here you're talking about somebody you have promoted. Just recently, you're pitting him against Panyaza Lusuf. You're making fun of Panyaza Lusuf. This is incomparable.
You can't compare even now. Even now.
Yeah.
If you
so I can't be convinced.
If you want to question me about the qualities of leadership, let's debate that. Not his whereabouts.
No, I want to debate that. You're not worried about that. Why would you not be worried?
I'm not.
Why?
Stage is a village. Usibona stage
stage
say UN usibona ka NPA is a village dilo lilimo.
So you're not worried that he didn't know where he was.
The leadership of the EFF, which was supposed to be there, was there. So why must I worry?
So he wasn't told not to come to the NPA.
No, there's no such a communication.
He just voluntarily didn't come. So we need to ask him.
You ask him. I don't know.
Ask him. No idea even now.
No, I'm not even interested.
But you have a good relationship with him.
No.
You don't?
No, it ended at that time. We were members.
Was it?
Yeah, the relationship between Malema and Mr. Ndlozi. For me, actually, I noticed that it was over during the NPA when Mr. Malema was answering a question on Mr. Ndlozi, where he ended up saying that...
and we know what is the relationship of Sunday World, its owners and Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. We don't want to talk about it. Don't push us. Don't push us. We know Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's friendship with the owner of Sunday World. And by that extension, we know his relationship with Sunday World.
For me, that time, I knew that actually the relationship was over, you know. And anyway, I really don't know, guys, why people, they keep on asking him about the same thing that is answering the same way, you know. For me, if I were to invite him if I had a show and I invite him, the first thing I will ask him concerning Mr. Ndlozi, it will be, have you spoken to Mr. Ndlozi yet? You know? And if yes, then he might have something. But if not, then it doesn't even help for me to ask him about Mr. Ndlozi because he hasn't spoken to him, you know, in any way, you know. You can even tell that even in the EFF, you can even tell that every time a person wants to resign, every time a person wants to maybe leave or do anything like that, in most cases, they go through the secretary, you know. They don't go to Malema and say, to me, Mr. Malema, and say, I'm leaving. No, you know. They just receive a letter and then it goes to Mr. Malema, and then Malema will engage the people if he wants to, you know. But if people are quiet, they are not saying anything, there's nothing he can do. You can ask him as many times as you want, the answer will be the same, because they are not talking to him, you know. And people are asking him as if like he's talking to Mr. Ndlozi every time, and he's not. As you can tell that the relationship is over. In fact, it shows that actually Mr. Ndlozi is done. It seems like he's no longer in the EFF. I know that he's resigned from parliament, but that is just a way of him going out, you know, obviously. That's what I believe. Anyway, and then he'll, okay, let's finish up.
Ask him if he's a victim. How do I say someone is a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I never spoke to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi before the NPA.
Yeah.
I never spoke to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi after the NPA. So I don't know his mind
exactly
as to what, how is he thinking on this matter.
Are you irritated by the fact that there's a narrative that persists that you are like other leaders in our political spectrum, a big man, right? You like Holomisa has been there for 20 years, I think. Buthelezi, okay, let me not talk ill of the dead, but Buthelezi was there until the last day, right?
He left with the coffin.
He was 90 something, 92 or something, right? And I can go into the continent, but let's not go there. Let's just talk about here that you get irritated by being tagged that way to say it looks like EFF will always have this president and that's it. The third term of 5 maybe.
You're using what will appear as better example to whoever is listening to you. So, and you are also trying to persuade me differently because you are using bad names.
Yeah.
Why are you not comparing this?
No, I
agree, but
yeah.
Why are you not comparing it with Owar Tambo? For how long was Owar Tambo president of
exile? Come on, because this was a different context.
It's not different context.
It is. He was underground.
They were a political party,
yeah,
and they were not in power.
Yeah, and
they had a leader who was leading them consistently.
Yeah,
and what was worse about Tambo is that there was never a conference, except when there were problems. When Christian wrote a letter, they went to Kabwe.
For me, guys, I think when it comes to this thing of, Malema, Mr. Malema continuing as a president in the party, maybe instead of other people, I don't see any problem, number one, because of this reason. Mr. Malema is the only person in terms of the party establishment, okay? That means the beginning of the party, he was there. He's the what do they call it? Co-creator. Can you use that? Co-creator of the EFF, and he's the only person there. So I don't think that it will be for the best, for the EFF if Malema is not a president. I don't think it will be a good thing to do that. I know that some of us, we want some fresh blood, we want some fresh ideas, everything. But when you look at the EFF at this point in time, I think they can keep him until, because he's still there as the only person, who started the EFF. Okay, so I don't see any problem, and people, they can ask him about it, but I don't see any problem for me. Thank you so much, guys. You have a fantastic day. Stay safe and stay warm. That's all.